What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some awesome information I want to talk about on season 3 of The Mandalorian. But before we do start that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars here on the Eternal Sith Network. And don't forget to join the membership program. There's 3 tiers. Go check it out by a simple click. And once you're done watching this video, go check out my last one. Give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's roll the dice and start the show. Bo-Katan is once wielding the Darksaber again on screen. However, though, by the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, it was Din who had won the Darksaber in combat. Now, to help save Din, we saw Bo-Katan use the Darksaber in the episode 2, Season 3 of The Mandalorian, The Mines of Mandalore. That, however, does not mean that Bo-Katan reclaimed the Darksaber. By Mandalorian tradition, as we all know, the Darksaber can only be reclaimed by someone who won it in combat. Now, Bo-Katan simply picked up the Darksaber, meaning that she has no right according to Creed. In tradition, considering that Bo-Katan refused the Darksaber when offered the blade in The Mandalorian Season 2's finale, it would not make sense for Bo-Katan to try to reclaim it now all of a sudden. Bo-Katan also does not seem too interested in returning to a position of power after seeing her fleet disband. And while she is helping the Mandalorian find the living waters, retaking Mandalore still seems like a distant possibility. Now, Din may have won the Darksaber fair and square against Moff Gideon, yet Bo-Katan still has way more experience in leading. And not only that, Bo-Katan uses the Darksaber much better than the Mandalorian, and we saw that. If Bo-Katan, though, is to still reunite the Mandalorians and reclaim Mandalore, then the Darksaber will be essential to her as it was for all previous Mandalores. That said, Din is currently the rightful wielder of the ancient weapon, meaning there would have to be some sort of conflict between Mando and Bo-Katan for the Darksaber, which, after the Mines of Mandalore, does not seem likely. Another possibility that one could make for an interesting Mandalorian Season 3 and beyond is that Din loses the Darksaber against a new enemy. Be it a new villain or a returning character like Paz Vizsla, having someone win the Darksaber from Mando in a fight would create the perfect opportunity for Bo-Katan to reclaim it. In that event, Bo-Katan can win the Darksaber in a fight would create the perfect opportunity for Bo to reclaim it. In that event that Bo-Katan can win the Darksaber in a fight against someone without causing a rift with an ally like Din, all those scenarios only work if Din is not to become the next leader of Mandalore. Otherwise, it would be redundant to have Bo reclaim the Darksaber. And honestly, I don't think Din even wants to try to, lead Mandalore. That's not in his goal. Now, it would be cool, and it's probably going to happen that we will see him ride the Mythosaur. But I will say this, after seeing episode 2, you see the relationship between Din and Bo, and it's established, guys. They're in good terms. I think they both want the same thing. They do want their home planet being of Mandalore. Or shall I say, they just want Mandalore over all the planet to be in better standings, as obviously right now it's not. But they want to see it go back to what it was, as Din never had been there before. But Bo-Katan knows what it takes, and again, that is her home planet. So if anybody's going to build it from ground up, it's going to be Bo-Katan. And Din is a very selfless character. We saw it in the season finale of season 2, like I talked about earlier in this episode. You know, he wanted to give her the Darksaber. He didn't even care that he won it. He said, here, take it. And she obviously said no, because it has to be won in combat. And we know that they're very keen on tradition. And I would say that Bo-Katan is a little bit more lenient, but when it comes to the armor, yo, she don't play. She is very old school tradition. As you heard Bo-Katan say, she's very with the old school tradition, and that's why they don't even take off the helmet. That they're very, very, very stern on that. And that's why you saw Mando go back to the Mines of Mandalore on Mandalore to cleanse himself again, so that way he can be brought back into the Creed and accepted again. But I think one of the things that I am noticing is that overall, they're being a little bit more lenient from season 1 to season 3. You see that they're breaking a lot of the code. And I think with Bo-Katan and this Darksaber and Mando. Eventually, Bo-Katan is going to get that Darksaber. Again, like I said before, if there's anything that we learned from episode 2 is that Mando has a hard time wielding that Darksaber, and when it comes to Bo-Katan with the Darksaber, again, she has history with it. She can wield it, she knows how to maneuver it, and if she gets that lightsaber, she's going to be the one riding the Mythosaurus and riding with that Darksaber on top, and that is my prediction to you guys. But anyway, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, your theories, and what you think is going to happen with Bo-Katan, Din, and the Darksaber. Thank you so much for tuning in again, guys. Remember, hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell as I have another video out tomorrow. And don't forget to join the membership program. There's 3 tiers. Click down below so you see more on it. And remember, the Eternal Sith. Then, now, forever. Later, guys.